Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watchlist. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell. I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Hannah, we're here today for a special edition. It's drafting movies for the rest of the year.
Yes.
But before we begin, let us tell the viewers and the listeners what they should do.
Could you pretty please leave a like and subscribe to our channel?
Subscribe.
Leave a comment down below your feedback on the show, your thoughts, comments, queries, questions, all that jazz in our comments down below.
Hit the notification button and you'll get great content like this one,
That's
including
right.
What's Next, the show where we help you figure out what to watch next. And this week we covered 28 Years Later and Elio. Then we did AFI Top 100 10 Year Revisited and we looked at Some Like It Hot.
Hotty ha ha.
Then yesterday on Movie News, we covered
Yes.
the top racing movies and you missed a couple.
So do you.
Yep, of course, every time. Today, it is all about drafting movies for the rest of the year. But before we do that, we're coming to the end of the month. So let's look at what we have, or really should say, what we like people to watch and what people would like to miss.
Yeah. So watch or miss?
Watch or miss for the month of June.
June.
Okay, let's start with the movies that are in the cinema. Hannah.
Yep.
Phoenician Scheme.
Watch.
Bring Her Back, I would say it's a watch, but definitely for horror fans. We watched Mission Impossible 1, 2, 3, 4 times in June.
Yes. The recent one. Yes.
Thoughts?
Definite watch. We've watched it that many times.
Hello Dolly on the big screen, I would say it's a watch.
I love that film.
Ballerina.
Yeah, it's a watch.
Karate Kid Legends.
Miss it and just wait for stream.
Dangerous Animals. That movie is some fun. Joy Courtney's really cooking in that movie. An Australian movie about sharks and a glorified killer. I would say it's a watch. Materialist.
Oh, watch.
Man, people hate that movie, but I love it.
love people hating that movie.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. It's a watch it's a watch.
We both saw Materials twice, just to let people know as well. Elio.
Watch.
Yeah.
Please go watch.
Yeah.
Please.
Hannah, we haven't done our rankings for Formula 1 and Megan 2, but they will be available next week on What's Next.
Yeah.
June streaming. These are some of my favourite streaming movies of the year. I really enjoyed these. Nonnas.
Wow.
I love that movie. I think I'm going to have to do a review of that movie. It's so good.
You want people to know?
I watched the George Foreman story on Netflix. I enjoyed it. It's not the best, but it's a good streaming movie. And Love Her. It's Kiwi Kwan and my girl Ariana DeBose. Love her. Movie is not very good, but I love that those two got movies. I love it. That is what we watched and what we recommend people to miss in the month of June. Let's go on to our draft. Now, let's refresh people where we're at here.
So this draft is based on box office.
Box office. Yeah.
So we are trying to basically accumulate the most profit. And this year has been a bit spotty.
Okay. I've chosen. I've had Mickey 17, 28 Years Later, and Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Probably only one of those movies is going to make a profit. That's 28 Years Later. I still have Superman and Zootopia.
Yeah,
too.
that's your big calling cards.
So not too bad there, but this is where I'm going to get absolutely pantsed here. Hannah has selected, so far, she at the cinemas is Minecraft and Lilo and Stitch. Both movies have made upwards of nearly $1 billion. She has to go Jurassic World Rebirth, Fantastic Four First Steps, and Wicked for Good. Yeah. So huge. So I think she's home. So what we decided is to add 3 more movies.
Because we like to gamble here on this channel.
that are coming out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so still some really good movies. You've got 3 movies, and I've got 2.
Still coming, yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? Hannah's going to win this in a cakewalk probably. Okay, Hen, you can go first.
No, you go first.
No.
You're the losing.
No.
Yes, that's how it works.
I selected first last time. You get to select first this time. So what are you going to go?
So since you've so given me my notes have fallen. I'm going to select the Bruce Springsteen biopic.
Oh, wow.
So I think biopics always a good bet. Always a good bet. Low cost, great soundtracks. Obviously, this one's Bruce Springsteen. Here's the thing. It's an American artist. American artists tend to do well when they're biopics. Not so much have we seen of the British. But the American...
But Queen did good.
Queen did it, but that's Queen. That's an outlier in the situation. But both Rocketman and the Monkey movie, unfortunately, did not do so well. However, look at what was that recent one with Bob Dylan? Did well.
Yeah, complete unknown.
And we're talking about people show up, and also Jeremy Allen White, King. I love him.
I don't mind that. Hannah, I'm going to choose the only thing that's going to give me any chance here. It's Avatar: Fire and Ash. Now, why didn't you choose that? One,
I like to gamble, so I like to play on that ice. So I actually wanted to, give you that's going to give you a big chance because Zootopia 2 is going to help you a lot as well.
Yeah, it's
going to be smash it, and
let's not forget Superman.
Yeah, Superman. See, Superman's in the Exterminators, the row of just all these movies that are gonna make money, but do they hurt each other because they're in this murder's row?
Yeah,
I know 2 of those movies I have in there, and it's gonna be an interesting watch.
Yep.
So for me, I was like, I might as well it'll be fun. Also, I don't want to support Avatar.
Love that from you. Yeah.
So I'll stick to my guns of never caring about this.
James Cameron, don't let me down. It's probably the only Avatar that's going to probably lose money. So that's how that works with these drafts.
Technically, they're all joint in their making of. So technically, like the Mission Impossible, it was a joint effort in between movies.
Sure. Let's go with that. And your next one.
My next one?
Yeah.
This is a tough pick. I'm going to go with I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Wow.
So the reason I'm going with this one, because reboots, they always do interesting numbers, especially horror movie reboots. They've always they come out. And I'm putting the presumption that it was a low budget, this movie. It was filmed, I think it was filmed here in Australia.
It was.
So I'm presuming that the budget isn't astronomical so that it reaches its quota and then profit afterwards.
The thing you got going for here is Scream, when they did a reboot. It worked.
It worked, but also in the Halloween when they did a reboot. And I Know What You Did Last Summer, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt returned. Jennifer Love Hewitt, a lot of people love 911. So I would say and people love going back to these the classics and reliving them and getting to that teen itch.
I love that for you, Hen. Yeah. I am going to choose. I just can't help myself. I just have to choose movies that just tickle me, and I'm not going to make any money whatsoever. But I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go Weapons. Now, this movie is directed by Zach Gregors, who did Barbarian. Now, I wasn't a massive fan of Barbarian. I thought the ad gave it away, the twist. So I haven't seen any commercials for Weapons, but I've heard the buzz is good. It's going to be a low-budget horror movie as well. So it might be a chance,
Same thought process.
Yeah, it goes huge. So, yeah, I really disappointed myself not going Sinners early year because I chickened out. And I went 28 years later because it was IP. This time, I'm not going to chicken out. I'm going Weapons.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. Hen?
Yeah, I've got IP. I'm between 3 sequels right now.
Yep.
In my head, I'm just going to go, you know what? I'm going to go with the one I would enjoy the most.
Yep.
I'm going to go with my heart. FNAF 2. I'm going to go with Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It's scheduled for October, late October. And yeah,
you like the first one?
Like the first one. It's more of a do they continue? They're gonna add Springtrap and Shaggy comes back. Sorry, Shaggy. Matthew Lillard comes back. More lore, more stuff. I love the first one because I think it's their dedication to the craft. They knew it was an expensive movie to make, and they still made it, and it did do well. Not astronomical, but if they continue doing these movies and just like the franchise, the first one got people to notice, and then they just kept building. So if this one's as good or even better, because I'm surprised. This one's just more of I'm like just betting on people just liking coming back because they were like, I liked that first one, so coming back to watch the second one.
Okay.
It's also the October Halloween period that comes out.
Yeah.
So that's a really good, people need to see a horror movie at that stage, and that's the one that comes out.
Yep.
So betting on that.
Okay, so I've got a few different ones I could choose here. So some ones that Hannah haven't chosen and I haven't chosen
There's
yet.
so many.
There's Freakier Friday. There's also the Naked Gun reboot.
Yeah. I would put more chips on the Naked Gun reboot than Freakier Friday.
True, but Freakier Friday was supposed to be a streaming movie, and they've done really well with those, Disney.
Yeah, but the premise of Freakier Friday is that it's freakier than the first one.
There's the Rock movie, The Smashing Machine. Yeah. There's a few movies here that I can choose here, but I'm going. Oh man, I just can't help myself. Like, seriously, what am I doing with this draft? I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to go Roses, starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. It's going to be it's going to be a cheap budget. I love the original War of the Roses, starring Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas, directed by Danny DeVito.
That movie's a lot of fun.
Yeah, this movie seems like right up my alley.
You love Olivia Colman.
I love Olivia Colman. Benedict Cumberbatch is very popular, so maybe low budget. Maybe it gets to 100 million. It gets me.
It gets you over the line.
Yeah, it just gets me a little bit more profit and to make up for the terrible ones.
Yeah, but that's what I thought about. Yeah. I thought you would pick. There's a few in my head that I was like,
okay. Do any ones that we missed?
Honorable mentions that could have been in this draft could have been like Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
Sequel. It was very successful. Bad Guys 2, which is another sequel.
Eddington. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The new
I'll tell you, Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Yeah, that didn't cross my mind.
I don't know if that would ever make money, but I'm still here for it.
Sentimental Value, which is the same director as Worst Person in the World.
Tron Ares.
Yeah. Tron Ares. I don't think that's going to be great because the Leto. People are against the Leto. Let us know in the comments below what one you would have drafted instead of the ones we drafted.
Yeah.
So let's recap. Hen, you have gone the Bruce Springsteen biopic. I don't know what that's called. It could be called Born to Run.
Springsteen. I had it on my notes. It was called Springsteen here or something.
Yeah.
America.
I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot and FNAF 2.
Yeah.
So
I went 2 horror movies and a biopic about, none of those movies. I think besides FNAF is the only one that I'm like, no, I'm really excited for the Springsteen biopic because I love Jeremy.
Well, I've gone Avatar, Fire and Ash, and then I've also gone Weapons, and I've gone Roses. So 1, trying to win the game, and 2, not try and win the game, but just
shots in the
2, and it's like 1 trying to not get absolutely wiped off the planet on this game, and then 2 from my heart.
Two weights you got to put there because you're like, I can't fly too close to the sun. But it is kind of a landmine field towards the end of the year because we've seen
a lot of big budget stuff.
A lot of big budget, a lot of sequels, a lot of we saw even last year, it seems like towards the end of the year, it's a risk being there compared to being in the earlier months. So it's anyone's game.
We'll find out.
It's really I picked strange movies.
Yeah, that's some strange movies there for me. I love it. I love it from you.
I picked the profitable ones.
Yeah. Well, a couple of ones that we couldn't draft. We're going to review those next week.
Yeah.
And that is Formula 1 and Megan 2.0. Reason we couldn't draft them, we'd seen them, so you can't really draft movies that you've seen.
They're just right there,
Yeah, we've got to look forward to something. So that's next week on What's Next. Then on AFI Top 100, we're doing Chinatown. So that should be good. And then there's a huge week of, movies getting released.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
I think there's a dinosaur movie coming out.
Yeah, Rebirth. That's a part of the draft as well. That is my lovely co-host, Hannah. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and leave a comment below, or send us an email at peteandhannahswatchlist@gmail.com. Until we meet again, long live cinema, and it's bye for now.
Bye.